that you have there.
Now it's terrible, of course. Now it's very miserable, but
It's
let's speak
winter
about something else.
wonderland.
If it's nice, it's nice, but if it's miserable, we can talk about something else.
Cool. Yeah. So what have you been up to? I saw your, let me actually just pull up the message that you sent to me. And what
Yes.
I did look through, actually, what happened? I remember I tried to access this. Oh, because I was on my phone.
Yes, you are there. I see you.
Yes, now I see it. Okay, so let's see. Public speaking.
Well, now if
Yes, I remember seeing this. Yes. Okay,
when
go
I
ahead.
started to dig deeper, so it's kind of really changing your brains and start to change them where you need to look, yeah? Then you start to focus. As before, I was thinking that the C-level leaders are my clients. They still are because I produce or offer something for them. But my first client is the conference organizer, and not only. So I also I found out like they might be event organizers, or they can be meeting planners, or board who is IRIS speakers for the board retreats, or all the executives assistants, but I can still name them as conference planners because they have the same idea to get someone who is giving some inspiration and who will do something that what they need in company culture will be transformed to the other level. So this is like the main goal. And I still notice how I go to the old patterns, and then I just need to focus my face to something else and still keep going.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's confusing because which exactly I want to be known then. Do I want to be known as a speaker, or am I like a leadership speaker who transforms their audiences for the like other level, or I am really focused to public speaking because my topics are like the public speaking, the leadership mindset, company culture, and prevent burnout. It might go also under the company culture, yeah. But my specific what I'm working at the moment has been public speaking training and coaching and advising and this kind of things. So I need to select again to make it more clear. And that's why even it's getting much clearer, and I feel like a peace in my heart. What is the problem? So I tried to go back to the root problem. And the root problem with conference organizers, for those people who are there who feed them and the event and so on, it's like if the speaker is boring, then and speaking, the information is not retained. Then if the information is not retained, they cannot implement it. And if they can't implement it, no changes happen. So it's somehow, and then I lose the focus, because again, with this, I somehow focus to the final client, but I need to get the first clients.
Absolutely.
Does it make sense?
Yes, it does. It does. And this is the reason why it's extremely important that you do this activity that you're doing, because what it's doing for you is it helping you to see that each person that you're talking to is very different from the other.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're talking to someone that is organizing an event and looking for a speaker, is very different from the CEO that is trying to implement the processes in their company. Right. So if we're going to look for more speaking engagements and consulting engagements, we might as well just talk to the person that is deciding who to bring to that speaking, to that event. Right.
Right.
And now, so that means your first ideal client is that event organizer or event planner. Okay.
Yeah, event planner, conference organizer. Yeah, I can name it event planner. Maybe this is a little bit wider than only conference organizer.
Exactly. Yeah. So because the question that I have from that now is, in an organization, in a company, when they're looking for speakers internally, who do they turn to? Do they turn to event planners?
I think they are connected between each others.
Okay. Okay.
They might, at least here, because the country is so small.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So you're thinking they will, if my organization wants a speaker, would most people, would they go to, if they can, the easy route, would they say, you know what, let's talk to the event planner, let them suggest speakers for us?
Because I heard today that there are a couple of people who really are very aware about all those coaches and very aware about different organizations. So she created the agency where she can offer coaches to the certain organization based on the needs. So it might be agency. It might be also that HR people communicate. I know they have a different groups where they really share the information and they suggest one and the other if they see someone.
Okay.
Of course, they Google.
Okay.
They are in internet and they try to understand. And at the moment, now the language barrier is coming out. I have everything in English. I don't have anything in Estonian. It means that the Google search is not giving out in this language anything. So it's just.
I see.
Yeah.
But when you talk to the event organizer, they talk to or HR, they have connections with people that have lists of people to talk to, right? On your LinkedIn, I'm backtracking again. On your LinkedIn, you're not going to be talking to event organizers, are you? You're going to be showcasing yourself as the best speaker for any event, right? In an organization. That's what you're going to do, right?
Yes, I want to present myself as a speaker who is involved with this leadership and leadership skills, environment. So like if I go back to my position statement, creating a harmonious work atmosphere and collaborative company culture through the arts. So it's another company culture. There might be many things, and the collaboration is one of those. So I want to be known as a speaker who can inspire and transform the audiences through the arts. So connect business and art.
Okay. So now in that positioning statement, I'm thinking that there is a piece of who you help that may need to be refined a little bit. Okay. And so in such a way, like what I call it is the golden message, where we start to look at who is that audience that you help. That audience, and I'm thinking leaders, right? Okay. So I'm thinking, go ahead.
I had before the leaders also named here, but if you scroll and you see my picture, I don't know if they are like, if you go to this document, Anu's offer screen sheet, and then you see, I think page 2 or 3, there is my
picture.
And there is already corporate is mentioned, organization is mentioned, and now there are work atmospheres and collaborative company culture through the arts.
Okay.
So like in this picture, all the pieces are there because organization means leaders.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
If it's just a separate sentence, then it's different thing.
Yes. So this is okay. So this is like your your speaker, what's this called again?
They call it in Speaker Slam this position statement.
Okay.
You do that with
And you design this so that people will see it. Okay, your organization is an orchestra.
my keynote.
Okay, that's your keynote. Okay, and I read this and I say creating. So it says creating a harmonious work atmosphere and collaborative company culture through art. Okay.
Before I had a little bit different. I inspire leaders to create work as atmospheres and collaborate company culture through the arts. It was a little bit longer, but Rina was not very happy with this.
So I think this is good. I think this is good, and I think this is corporate. Okay. Now, in my message, in my work with you, I work with the individual that is going to listen to you. Okay. Now, if you don't present it the way Rina just explained and helped you to create it that way, it's not going to look, corporate is not going to look like, they want it to be in corporate language. Okay. But for the individual, remember, our message is speaking to the heart of the person that is going to make the decision.
Right.
Okay. So I would want to make it clear to the person that is reading it, that person. And the way I want you to picture is this: when you have a problem, how do you go about solving that problem? What's one problem that, let's say, what's one problem?
Pipe is broken, for example.
What's broken?
The pipe is broken, for example.
The pipe is broken. Okay. Now, the question is, how do you solve that problem?
I Google.
What do you Google?
I Google the words pipe, restore, or
okay.
what to do when. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. What to do when, right? What to do when my pipe is broken. What to do if my pipe is leaking, right? So I have that problem. And I'm looking to solve it, right? Or how can you can look at, somebody made DIY pipe fixing solution.
What is DIY?
DIY is do it yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Do it yourself is in Western American language, it's always DIY this, DIY that, right? And so they'll say DIY formula for fixing pipe.
Okay.
So now that's the way we're solving the problem. Now, the question is, would they go ahead and say and do a search on harmonious work atmosphere?
Probably not.
So that's the question. That's where I want you to begin to look at it that way, that this thing that you wrote there and the picture is very important. It's very good. However, we have to be able to connect with the problem and the pain that the person has and the or the solution that they're trying to solve, to get. Okay. So for example, what you had before is a clearer message, because again, what would happen is if somebody has a broken pipe, okay, and you come and you tell them, for example, even when I said DIY, you're like, what's DIY? Because I'm making you think, right? I have to say it in a language that you don't have to think. You're just like, yeah, that's exactly it. Okay. So that is what we need to do with that message right there. And this is what usually we do to get there is we actually look at who the ideal client is, what problem they have, what have they tried, and then we, bring it back to how we solve the problem. And then we now design the message in a way that when the ideal client sees it, they're like, I really want this, like now. Okay. So for example, mine is very simple. Mine, I would say, I help you create awesome video. Okay. And I would always say awesome video. Okay. Because my ideal clients wants to look good on camera, right? Awesome videos. that grabs attention, build trust, and sell more. Okay, so we already nailed, you're going to have awesome videos. You're going to be able to, your videos will grab the attention of your ideal audience. It's going to build trust with them. Okay, and it's going to sell more of your product. Okay, so you see that these are things that my ideal clients wants to achieve. Okay, now I can go back and, you know, my blanket statement is, I'll help you get more clients with videos. Okay, but that's a blanket statement. Okay, you know, the step-by-step is actually to create videos that are good and represents you well as the expert in your field, and helps you to grab the attention of your ideal clients, build trust with them, and then sell more. You know, so that's the now in yours right here, it has creating a harmonious work and environment. The question I'm going to ask there is, are you creating it? Am I creating it? Who is creating it? Okay, now before you had inspiring leaders too. Now this is good. I'm not trashing this. This is very important. Okay, now but when you begin to speak and communicate to people in emails, in videos, in blog posts, and, you know, post on Facebook or LinkedIn, you want to say that I help these people to do this. So now that's now coming back to, I inspire, or maybe even the next level from inspire is help. You actually are there to make it happen for them. When they bring you in, this is what I help them to do.
The help is, so many people use this help, the help, like, and some people doesn't want to be helped. Like, I don't need help, I need advice. Yeah.
Okay.
Help is getting very like this common word, and a lot of people take exactly the same structure. So it's hard already to make difference.
Okay. So you're thinking that when your ideal client sees it, they'll feel they don't want help, they want advice.
Yeah, help is kind of already very urgent, but advice, or they just need a little push or little.
Okay, so then inspire would be better, isn't it?
Yes, I thought inspire, because if I'm an inspirational speaker,
yes,
yeah,
inspiring leaders to, or I inspire
to
leaders
create.
to create harmonious. What's harmonious? Harmonious work atmosphere. Now that's better.
Yes, because as I take organization as an orchestra, so you need to somehow to put all the pieces together that the beautiful song is coming out. So this is this is, I understand because I'm a musician, but maybe in corporation world, they don't know how much it needs to practice, or how much the sound technician is working, how many hours the IT and so on, and video and so on. They don't even imagine, because for them the product is there. So it might work, and it might not work. So it's
So I think it's but even before we get there, did you work on your offer stack? Have you started working on your offer stack?
No. Okay. I did this I started with this audience stacking sheet, and
exactly that's the one that I was talking about. Sorry.
Okay.
I meant audience stack.
Not so easy at all. And I already know how much clarity it will bring. Yeah. It's
for sure. It's going to be a bit complicated in your space, in your for your audience, because we want to communicate to the event planner what you would do for the company.
Yes.
Right? Not necessarily what you would do for the event planner.
Exactly. And that's why I get like my brain is getting as a two. Should I look the final product and the final client, or the one I'm catching?
Yeah. So let's brainstorm that a little bit. So if you meet, let's say you meet me and I'm an event planner, and then you come and you say to me, I'm gonna give you, I'm your best speaker. That's one option. What if you come to me and you say to me, I'm going to give your clients, that's my audience, I'm going to give your clients the best solution. I think you can talk to me like that. You can talk to me as someone, I'm an event planner, and I'm going to be hosting leaders that are coming for my events. Then you speak to me and you say that you help, I'm going to go back to your statement there. I help, where is it? This one. I help leaders create a harmonious work atmosphere and collaborative company culture
through the arts.
Through the arts. Okay.
I also make your event with like I increase the energy, and I know that they will communicate after, and they will act and start to make network. I add a value to your event because I'm not if I wrote there in this the other what we had this offering screen receipt there, I brought up those problems that of course lack of new good speakers, lack of time, cold audience, and she's feeling frustrated. So I help her with my professional attitude to easily, because it's easy to work with me, easily add some value to her event that she will shine, and the audience will be happy after. So I might to have a two ideal client. It depends.
That's exactly what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was just going to say, that you would need to have two of this written out and clearly, so that you know when you're communicating to the event planner, you're communicating the event and how you solve the problem for their event. But then when you're talking to the leader, you're in your world, you're just talking to leaders. Okay. And so, for example, if I was to go and be, what would I, let me see, I'm going to use mine as an example. Could I go and speak as okay. So in many cases, I go to speak in an audience, to an audience of coaches. So I talk to the coach of the owner of that group, for example, that I'm going to show your clients how to create videos that gets them clients. Okay. So I'm marketing to the group owner so that event planner is, in my own world, group owner. Okay. That is the decision making to help me come in and speak to his audience. Okay. But my personality still is, I help coaches create awesome live videos, coaches and consultants create awesome videos that grab attention, build trust, and sell more. Okay. And I'm going to be coming into your group, and these are the things that we can actually do with your audience. You see the thing there. So you're still going to speak to your leaders. Okay. You're still going to do what you do for the leaders, but you're now talking, the event planner is just a gatekeeper that brings you in.
Yep.
Right. So I actually that solves the problem, at least in my own mind. I don't know if it helps you clearly. So the event speaker is actually not is kind of your ideal client, because they're still going to come and decide to bring you in, but your main audience is still the leader.
Yes, but I need I need those conference organizers, planners, because as a speaker, I can share my message wider. If I work only with one workshop in one company,
It's too small.
very small. And now is my question. So what is this expertise?
The
What
expertise.
is my real expertise? Where I need to go narrow? Should I now?
Exactly.
If I do my like team buildings, then it's leadership, collaboration, mindset. But if I do public speaking, it's also mindset. It's also leadership, because they are leaders who all want to speak.
Yeah. So for you, you're not helping. So the way you would look at your event planner is similar to a person. Don't think about them as the one paying you. Think about them as the one just deciding who they should use the company money to pay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the challenge here and the mix-up that is here is because sometimes the event planner is the owner of the event and people pay them and then they pay you, right? But don't think about it that way. Think about it as the companies gather together and they hired somebody to decide who to bring in, and then they give that person money to bring someone in. Okay.
Right.
But I'm still helping that company. I'm not helping the event planner. Let's not worry about the event planner right now. As a matter of fact, in the next level of work that we do together, when we start to look at stages that you need to be going on, then your event planner will come back as the person that you're helping.
This was, again, that's why it was confusing. All I was able to put there something was that if I think about the speakers I'm training. So, and then I was like, oh, come on. So what is this, my expertise, and how many angles I need to take?
I know. Yeah. So that's the way to do it. Let's bring the audience, the event planner to the space later. We're gonna get to that. Where you start to look at organizations and different HR groups and event planner groups and all these things. You're still gonna get to that. But right now, let's focus on what you do with your own clients. Your clients is the event, is the leader that needs the solution, that art that you bring in their organization that helps them to collaborate and help them to build a great atmosphere. Those are the ones that we're working with right now. Okay. So now that would now ease you off of the event planner for now. We're still going to use the work that you've done, because you're still going to use it later. But right now, let's focus on the organization. And that organization is where you say, I help or inspire leaders to, number one, create work and atmosphere.
Harmonious atmosphere and collaborative.
Okay.
Collaborative
work atmosphere. Okay.
company
And
culture.
Collaborated. Okay. Company culture.
And through the arts at the end.
Okay. Through the arts is your system. We're going to come back to that. So you help them create harmonious culture, harmonious atmosphere.
Work atmosphere.
And collaborative company culture. Okay.
The art is this, like, how, and this is now me as a corporate maestro, as a speaker.
Okay. Through so now the part that your speaking portion comes in, I'm wondering, could it be through an energetic, I don't know, I don't have the words, but more like through engaging presentations. Now that's like modern what you do, but do you see the points that I'm trying to make?
Yeah, this I need somehow to point that those are interactive speeches. And this, there was a kind of expression in English, experienced speaker or something like that.
Experiential.
Experiential speaker, yeah. This
Okay,
was
okay.
the kind of, yeah. I'm not a
Okay.
leadership because I don't care how many layers they have there and who is doing that and how. So I'm more to experiences based on the orchestra, how the human touch is important and the tools what you have and communication.
Okay. Okay.
It's-
So you help them create this through. I'm just going to brain dump through engaging experiential I don't know if I should say events or what could we use?
Because what they get experience, they get through the experience, they get emotions and they have feelings and they will link the situation later in work environment.
Okay, so let me see. Through engaging sensory. I know when you this may be better later, but let's just start. Okay. Through engaging and
Activities, maybe just
experiential activities.
yes, maybe activities,
Yeah. Experiential. I want to experiential activities. Okay. Now it's extremely important that all these things I stated, okay, because what you're saying is I'm actually going to give them an experience.
Yes.
Because when you say through the art, it's too broad. They can't see what are you going to make me draw, or are you going to, are we going to do crafts? They don't understand. But when you break it down and say through experiential, sensory-based activities.
Sensory-based.
It starts to get them like, really? Like, what does that mean? Like, tell me more. I'm interested. Okay. So that's
I will share my link. Can you write there? Because you are much better in typing. Can you get in? This is the next sheet we start to.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so right here. Okay,
there is there is space.
Yes.
If you go down, there is a big, but there, yeah.
Yes. Even this one we can. Okay, it's yours. Can you? Anyone who has the link? Okay.
Yes.
I'm only view only.
Oh, really? How come?
No. Wait. I'm going to move out of there because I have different email addresses. Let's use this one. Can you still see my screen? Okay. So still, it's not shared to me. You share it with maybe it's you just said. Okay, let me just request to add it.
Oh, just a second. Just a second. What about now?
Okay, let's see.
If you refresh.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Yeah, so you can see my screen with the which one can you see? Let me see. It looks like I'm sharing the wrong screen.
There must be the date, today's date. Yes.
Okay. So now the question is, who are these who are your the beginner, the rookie, the achievers, and the advanced, right?
Yes. And now should I focus to kind of CEO, or I need to focus the one who is studying speaking?
Sorry, say that again.
That who is studying speaking with me, who is like I coach as a speaker, who I coach to go to the stage and shine.
Okay, okay. That's another ideal client.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, it depends on you. You would have to decide who were each ideal client that you have, each client type that you have, you're gonna have to do this sheet for. Okay, because each one would have a group that is a beginner, a group that is a rookie, a group that is an advanced, and on like that, you know. And when we're talking also to leaders in organizations, there will be beginners in the concept that you're trying to help them to see, you know, like collaborative company culture thing, and there will be rookies, there will be advanced, and there will be, you know, achievers.
And if I talk with HR,
and when you're talking to HR, they would also have different groups. Okay, so we have to pick one. Which one are you ready to get more of? You know, at least, you know. So the idea is, let's get the practice work done, because as we are together, the time that we have together, let's work on one and know that we know this one for real.
Yes. Then I pick this public speaking, because this is what I do most at the moment.
Right now. I love that. So then that would be that would be different from what we just worked on, right?
Yes, because this was conference organizer.
What? Exactly.
Yeah. The conference organizer also not good to know if this is a beginner and how much they don't know the data, and who is at the end. She has like everything, like all the coaches, all the speakers, all the team, all the flight technicians, everything. Like this is the achiever, like the last one, advanced. So
yeah,
at the moment I have been focused more to public speaking, and I'm like advising Toastmasters and the people who go to big conferences and who do international work. So this is like my everyday at the moment.
Okay. So then let's focus on that right now. And that one is very clear. It's very clear. So it's the person that wants to get speaking opportunities, right?
She has to speak.
Okay.
Let's say the beginner has to speak, but they don't want to speak, or they're afraid to speak or open the mouth. So I
be very similar to mine.
Yeah.
It's going to be very similar to mine. So it's going to be afraid to speak.
Yeah. I put it in the same thing, but I don't know how to state.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, this first must be kind of state, but I was in trouble with this.
Yeah. Okay. So the symptom. Okay, I love that. Okay, they're afraid to open their mouth it's more than
if there is
more than two people. Okay, they're afraid to open afraid to open their mouth. Okay, I'm gonna just fine-tune that. They are afraid to open their mouth. Okay.
Or express, maybe it's better.
Or express themselves.
Themselves.
Open their mouth. Or express themselves publicly, right? Express themselves publicly. Where there is more than two people listening, right? Very good.
Right. And there is like I experienced this today. I was in a coaching class, and Estonians are like, if you don't ask from them, they don't say anything. So I was sitting like almost the whole class, and I said, what the fuck, I'm sitting here. I'm just paying for that, and no one is doing. So came out that I need to open the mouth and say something. And this is again like you are brought up as a child that you only speak when the hen is peeing, like it.
Interesting. Yeah. So these are the beginners of your work, right? And then the rookies, they like to speak, but not sure how exactly, more intuition based.
Like intuition, yeah. Like
okay. So when they feel they have a great idea,
exactly.
that's when they speak.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say that also. Their symptom is they only speak. They like to speak. They only speak. Not sure how exactly.
Yeah, they don't know much structure or endings or interactions. I put my first sentence, so it must be added. I need to work with this.
I would even put this. I'm gonna cut this and this and say they like to speak only when they feel
Comfortable.
and they have great ideas, right? And then these people, I'm gonna put this here again and see what did I say here? Says, but not sure how to, and more intuition based. Okay, so they're not sure how to. Okay, they like to
exactly as
speak.
you had, like they look bad and they have a bad voice and once someone says something and all those stuffs, but they need to, like they need to.
Okay, so they like to speak only when they feel like they have a great idea. They like to speak, but sometimes think, I would say, but sometimes think they don't have great idea, right? And they need guidance. What am I writing? On how to structure. That's what you do, right? How to structure their speech, right? Okay, so these people, not sure how exactly. Okay, so now, okay, they don't have a great ideas, or not, what's that word? That word would be, I want to use the intuition that you added before. Maybe I'll say only when, okay, or maybe say they sometimes feel inspired or empowered to speak. When they receive when they, how do they say that? When they receive when they get intuition based,
Or
when
inspired.
When they feel inspired, when they feel inspired, right? Okay, so I'm going to remove this one here.
Like the beginner is absolutely not confident.
Yeah.
But the other one, rookies, has already some confidence. But when they only feel inspired and they are sure what they're talking.
Okay. Okay. So the next level is they enjoy speaking, they know how, but they still need to work with mindset, with their mindset and growth.
And skills growth. Skills is missing.
Okay. Mindset, skill, and growth.
Yes.
Okay. So achievers. Okay. So now when you work with the rookies, these people that don't feel confident unless they're inspired, what do you help them do?
I help them to give them ideas, like first of all, what they want to speak, and then what are the ideas around. It depends how long it is, how to start, how to finish, this kind of advice.
Okay. Do you give them mindset also?
Yes, all the time. So this
Okay.
is mindset is part of the work.
Okay. So that's what I'm thinking, that these people, this thing that you wrote here is your process. Okay. So so the way this structure is designed is your beginners, most of them are going to just need you for, maybe they'll read your book or attend a public event that you do, okay? And they get really little work, that they're able to, it shifts their mindset from not confident to there's a process. Okay, there's a process, and I would love to learn. And those are the ones here. Okay, so you're bringing your beginners to become rookies. Now, your rookies, you want to bring them to become achievers. Okay, and so people will start working with you from rookie stage, and you're going to bring them to a point of achievers where they are able to speak now with, they followed your system and they use that to speak. Now, if they continue, then they build their skills and reputation and all of that, and your mindset and all that is what helps them to be able to be at different levels of achiever. Okay, level. Now, the next level to that are a bit higher than that. Okay, if you're going to be working with the achievers, now these are, remember, the achievers are the ones that are using your system already. They already mastered your system and they are building their skills. Okay, but then if you want to take them to a higher level, what would that be? What would that look like?
This is one-on-one coaching, and then they really go to conferences, and the one person just needs my 45 minutes or something just to talk through what she's going to speak there.
Okay.
And I'm mirroring if this is what she wants to do. And we never practice the speech itself. If she needs to record, then the other person is she's doing videos, and she has super nice design tour where you can meet with designers. And then we have this whole long day video shoots where my task is to keep her all the time energized, and we do like 4 or 5 different clips. And then we really practice how long, how quick, what is the atmosphere, what is the sunshine, everything. So I'm like a second eye all the time. The text she has, and I work with dynamics and the speed and the energy and turning and how she will be like director of the film.
Exactly. Okay. So what you're doing there is you're actually working with the achiever. Is still not an advanced person. Okay, because the achiever is the achieving part of it is she's actually taking on that so let me backtrack. The beginner is not even confident at all to try. Correct me if I'm going off. Okay, the beginner is not. Yeah, they're very stressed and they're not going to. Okay, the rookie, then you bring them to the rookie. The rookie feels, well, I believe you. You said it's possible. I'm ready to do it, but I don't know how. Then you help them. You give them your formula and step by step, right? And sometimes some of them they will go through a boot camp with you. And then they feel, oh my God, I got it. But still they need you to continue. So some of them will now say, okay, I want to work with you for 6 months. Okay. And then, you work with them for 6 months and you bring them, they're still achievers. The next one may say, oh, do you have a retreat that you do that I can come in and I can actually do some performance and and you record everything, and you say, sure, come in, I'm going to be meeting with you, and then you bring them all and you teach them and then you help them record. They're still achievers. Okay. The next one, you say, do you have a 1-year program that you offer for your clients, so that I can master this skill forever, for a longer period and be with you so that all the correction, you can continue to help me on it? Sure, I do that. And you bring them on and they go for you for 1 year. They're still achievers because what they're doing is they're still mastering the skill and they're still learning how to, right? How to make sure that without thinking, they're building the muscles. Without thinking, they can speak anywhere. Okay. Now, the next level are now the people that they are now able to stand. They're actually more like what I would say the next Oprah. They don't need support to know how to. They've already built the muscle. Sometimes for you, it would be people that you're not working with you. They're not working with you anymore. You're actually pairs with them. Those are the advanced level. Okay. Now, if you now have another, offer, another offer, which may be, to now help their audience. Okay. Then because of their work with you, they've built this audience, and now you guide them to actually create, this kind of energetic and for their audience. Now that's the advanced level. So in your work right here in this offer, audience tag, what I want you to look at is the beginners are clear. Your rookies are also very clear because they need your support. They need your step-by-step process, okay? And the hand holding that gets them to become an achiever, okay? That is practicing all the time, practicing. They're not at the achiever level, they're not afraid to say, I'm looking for a speaking opportunity. I'm looking for, different opportunities, bring it on, because they have the process. It's very similar to my people that would say, anytime, like you would hear Karen when she was leaving, she was saying, now I realized that I can just create videos anytime I want now, right? Because they've already got to a point where, they got it. They got the formula. The formula is clear in them, and it's just now doing it continuously. That is the challenge. And then now the part that she will still need help with is correction, and hand holding to say, no, you could have said it like this. If somebody says this, this is what you should do. And I'm going to this other audience, should I do it like this or do it like that? So that's the way I want you to look at all of this. And then
so those, the question. So those people who already do webinars or seminars and they invite me to follow the process when they are leading and I correct them with some methodics and stuff, they are advanced. So I'm partnering them just for advice. It's not anymore we are like building, or when I give her like advices, here you maybe need some interactions. Here your tempo went down for this 4 hours, for example. And here, so those are advanced.
Those I don't know if I would even still call them advanced. I think what I would call them is still achievers. It's just another level of achievers. Okay. So if they're still looking for you to help them in understanding the structure that you teach, they're still in the achievers level, except for the fact that they are at a higher level of achiever. Okay. So what would happen is you bring your audience. I wish I connected my phone to this today. My next client is here. But what I would do is I want you to look at it as you bring your beginners to a point where you're not working with your beginners. They would read your blog or listen to your video or read a separate book that doesn't have anything to do with you, and they feel, oh, I think I can do it, but I don't know how. I don't know. I see the formula, but I think it's too complicated. I need Anu to guide me. Okay. So now those are your rookies. Then you take your rookies and then you take them into a place where you now break it down for them. You show them your formulas and you now help them become achievers. Now, the way I want you to see it is you have achiever level 1. You have achiever level 2. Okay. You have achiever level 3. Okay. So you break it down, and your achiever level 1, they are good now. They are not afraid of doing videos at all anymore, or they are not afraid of doing public speaking anymore. They just jump on. Okay. But the level 2, they need to come back every week to make sure that they are still in line with what you're telling them to do. You understand? So it's more, they're still achiever levels, but advanced, they don't even need you anymore. They are good. Okay. Now, for those people, you may now have a retreat that you take them to go and record, but they are not looking for help of exactly what do I say? How do did I do well? Did I, they're not looking for that. Make sense?
Yes. Then I need to redo it again. Good.
Yeah. So just work on it, and then I created I'm gonna admit my client. I created a folder for you. I created a folder for you that you're going to use, and you can always add those folders into your thing so that I can see it, so that I don't start looking for it. Just a moment, I'm going to share that file. Welcome, Tammy. Just one moment, please.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi,
Nice
how
to
are
meet
you? I knew, right? Is that how I say it?
Yes.
I love it. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Beautiful
All right,
background you have.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm not saying what's going on in the screen, but I'm going to. I just shared the folder with you, Anu. So anything that you're doing, you can just put that in that folder for me. And oh my God, look at your beautiful background.
Thank you.
Yes.
My husband did that.
It's
Is
lovely.
it like real or is it electronical?
No, it's real.
It's real. It's real.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Anu, work on that, the audience stack, and then next week we're going to move forward.
Thank you. All the best to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye now.
All right, see ya.
So
how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very good.